folks, it's Andy Krieger, your garden helper. Today is October 24th, okay? And in the fall time around our little garden, there are two rites of passage when it comes to October. The first one is we have to go to work and clean up our garden. We tear up all of our old plants, clean all of the old organic material out, get it ready for the next year. The second rite of passage is in October, it is time to plant garlic, okay? So what we do is, garlic is really special to us because we use a lot of it, but it's also very, very easy to grow, and it's easy for you to grow also. A couple main things you want to think about. In garlic, there's actually two major types. There's a hard neck and a soft neck. Now, in a garlic, the stem that comes up is called a scape, okay? And in a hard neck scape, or a hard neck garlic, the scape comes up and unable to produce a good crop, you'll actually snip that off later on in the season. But that puts energy into producing a nice bulb. Now, a soft neck scape, a soft neck garlic, you'll go ahead and leave that on. But you'll see those, you braid those and makes beautiful garlic braid. The major difference between a hard neck and a soft neck is a hard neck will actually produce a little bit larger clove, okay? This is a real nice Midwestern variety, white. Now a soft neck will produce a little bit smaller. It really depends on what you want. I like to peel garlic a little bit less, so I go for the larger size. Therefore, I plant a lot of the hard neck scape, hard neck varieties of garlic. Now when you plant garlic, it's actually pretty simple to do. You want a nice healthy clove of garlic to start with. You don't want to start with anything blemished or diseased. But the number one key to planting and getting good garlic crop is you plant with the pointed end up, okay? Every once in a while, sometimes you'll get them upside down and that causes the plant to curl. You want it to be able to start from a base like that and come straight up uninhibited. So number one key, of course, is to plant with that point all the way up. Garlic like to have plenty of nitrogen. Now all winter long I will fortify my garden with chicken manure, high in nitrogen. If you want to go ahead and use fertilizer to do that also, just realize bump it up a little bit with nitrogen. Garlic is real simple to plant. Point side up, you plant it about 8 to 10 inches apart, okay? The other rule of thumb is to only bury it about an inch deep, inch and a half deep. Now, garlic is planted when probably 4 to 6 weeks before your good hard frost date, okay? So around here in the Midwest, we're looking at mid-October. So really the rules of thumb are 4 to 6 weeks before frost, point up on your plant, planted about an inch deep, and about 6, 8, possibly 10 inches apart, depending on the size of the clove. The larger the clove, the further you plant it apart. Okay, I've gone ahead and rototilled my soil so it's nice and ready to go. First thing I will do is dig a small little indentation, point side up, and I will backfill. I want about an inch of soil once again over the top of that. I like to mound it because that way, as the winter progresses, I always know where that is. Measure out about 8 inches, small indentation, and I'm going to plant my next one. Point side up, backfill about an inch over the top. That's all it takes. Once your garlic cloves are planted, to go ahead and mulch them in. I like to use good fresh straw. You can also use any leaf matter, bark, any type of mulch. The important thing is, once your cloves are in the ground, take 4 to 6 inches of good mulch, lay it over the top, water them in. What that does is gives your cloves a great foundation for the following spring. Okay, the last thing I will do once my garlic is all planted, of course I will water it in, put it to bed nicely for the winter, but I will stick a sign next to it so as the winter progresses, I always know where that is, even though I have little mounds. If something happens where I happen to lose where I planted that, the sign will always tell me where it is. So that way I also put the planting date on it. Now this crop will be ready mid-September to the first part of October of next year, and I'll have all the garlic I need for the season. So I hope you enjoyed this. Until later, this is Andy Krieger, your garden helper. Go play in some dirt.